What's going on, guys? Dylan Conrad, Coach Con Diesel. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about labels, lying, and how that is, how that works, all that good stuff. Before I get into it, follow me on social media at Coach_Con Diesel. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe, turn notifications on. It all helps the algorithm. So you can obviously see I'm in the kitchen. And I want to show you real quick how labels are lying. And you probably have already heard this before, but how they're lying, it hasn't really been understood. I posted something the other day on social media about these mission tortillas that I have and basically how the labels are lying. And what they did was they hid the carbohydrates. So the tortillas showed that they had 110 calories. When I actually calculated it, which I'm gonna show you this calculation that you guys can use really easy in a second here, it was actually 210 grams. So it was a whole 100 calories off. And it was just for one mission tortilla. So the mission tortilla said Carb Balance. So I was like, oh, these are like low calorie, low carb. And when I actually read the label and put it into MyFitnessPal, what I realized is that it was 100 calories off. And how did I find that out? Basically, there's an equation, right? And so what we need to do is first understand macronutrients. So macronutrients, protein, carbs, and fats. Protein, carbs, and fats are all made up of energy. For 1 gram of protein, there's 4 calories. For the 1 gram of carbohydrates, there's also 4 calories. For 1 gram of fat, there's 9 calories. So what you can do is actually take a label and you can take the grams of each carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, and you can times it by the 4 or the 9, add it all together, and that will give the total calories. So a lot of companies will hide, specifically their carbohydrates. That's the one I see most often. They'll hide them as dietary fiber. They'll hide them as insoluble fibers. They'll hide them as sugar alcohols. And anything that has like a carb conscious, carb balanced, low carb, anything like that, you need to be very wary of the label with the calories because the calories are typically just hidden. So these carb balanced tortillas that I got, what it showed was that they had 6 grams of fat, 30 grams of carbohydrates, and 9 grams of protein. Then this is where it gets interesting. There's 30 grams of carbohydrates. 25 of those grams are coming from dietary fiber, according to the label. And according to the label, dietary fiber doesn't matter in terms of calories, which is completely untrue because fiber has energy, and any substance that has energy is going to convert that energy into your body. It had 30 grams of total carbohydrates. So 30 times 4, that's 120. So the label says 110 calories. You're getting 120 calories just from the carbohydrates alone, which is insane. What you guys can do is you can actually use that equation. So total calories is gonna equal your grams of protein times 4 plus your grams of carbohydrates times 4 plus your grams of fat times 9. And so you add all those together, it gives you the total calories, and that will give you the correct one. Easier way to do this, we get our clients all on macronutrient counting eventually. This is one of the reasons why we do it. There's a lot of other reasons we do it, which I'll get into at a later post, but this is one of the biggest reasons we use it. The calories are gonna show way lower than what the macros are showing. So using macros makes it a lot easier to hit your specific numbers, which will help you hit the specific calories. Because there's a lot of foods that we eat that have hidden calories in them. So things to be wary about, looking at labels that say carb balanced, carb conscious, anything low carb, they're typically gonna hide some calories. Quest, and specifically just protein bars in general, they're gonna hide a lot of carbs. Quest bars say that they're 200 calories. When you calculate it, it actually equals 240 calories, which is crazy. The other thing to watch out about is when you look at the label and you look under carbohydrates, it'll say dietary fiber, it'll say insoluble fiber, it'll say sugar alcohols, and those are all big signs that they are hiding carbohydrates in your food. You do need to be in a caloric deficit to lose body fat. And if we are having 100 calories from just this tortilla over to, if we have a couple of those a day, and maybe there's some other stuff that's hidden, we could easily be in maintenance or surplus calories without even knowing it. This doesn't mean that you should stop tracking your food in a food logging app. This just means that eventually, if you are using a calorie deficit and you're just using solely calories, eventually you do want to transfer over into a macronutrient split. And that way your calories will be a lot more dialed in, and you're gonna get a lot more efficient and effective and fast results in terms of your fat loss, your muscle gain, and your overall health. So, hope this helps. Dylan Conrad, Coach Con Diesel, signing off.